WINS-FM and HD1 New York. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
72 degrees in Midtown, going up to a high later on today of 79. More people get their news from 1010 Wins than from any other radio station in the nation. Stephen Durr is our service aide. Phil Pilato is our writer. Jim Maloney is at the editor's desk, and I'm Bud Mishkin.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM, New York.
72 degrees, cloudy skies at 8 o'clock. It's Friday, August 4th. Good morning, I'm Asho Kabbalah. Here's what's happening. Headaches on the Long Island Railroad after the derailment yesterday. We'll have the latest from Glenn Schuck. Nurses at Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital in New Brunswick are on strike. Former President Trump is back at his Jersey Golf Club after his federal arraignment in Washington, which he's calling political persecution. The Parkland, Florida school shooting will be reenacted today. We'll tell you why. If you like Monopoly and Scrabble, you're going to love a mashup of the board games. Yanks beat the Royals. The Mets were swept. The Yanks beat the Astros. The Mets were swept by the Royals. AccuWeather says sticky today with a few breaks of sun, high 79. Couple heavy thunderstorms later this afternoon into tonight. Then skies will clear up with a low of 68 and lower humidity tomorrow and Sunday with partly sunny skies, a high around 85. Winds News Time, 8:01. Traffic and transit with Karen Stewart.
As you've been hearing about here on 1010 Winds, because of Thursday's derailment near Hillside, eastbound trains continue to bypass Hillside, Hollis, and Queens Village, and there is limited shuttle bus service being provided at Jamaica. Overall, expect delays, some cancellations this morning, too, on the Ronkonkoma, Port Jefferson, Oyster Bay, and Hempstead branches due to Thursday's derailment. And check your train time map for more details. Find out if your train has been canceled. 1010 Winds reporter Glenn Schuck is going to be giving us more information on the LIRR coming up in just a few moments. Now, if you're heading out into the northern suburbs, just keep in mind, southbound 684, not northbound, southbound, at exit 6 for Route 35 in Katona, has the left and center lanes blocked. We've got an accident there. It involves an overturned tractor-trailer. As we check what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels, the city-bound Brooklyn Battery Tunnel approaching the Wall Street underpass has got a disabled vehicle, and the right lane is closed, and the eastbound LIE at the Van Wyck at exit 22B, we've got an accident there, and the two center lanes are closed. Alternate side of the street is in effect today. Jackpocket lets you order official state lottery games on your phone instead of waiting online. Mega Millions is now over $1.25 billion. Use code RADIO for a free ticket. 18 or older gambling problem, New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER. See jackpocket.com/TOS for terms. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
Latest from the MTA after that derailment on the Long Island Railroad yesterday. Scattered 10 to 15-minute delays on the Port Jefferson and Ronkonkoma branches. Let's go to Jamaica now with 1010 Winds reporter Glenn Schuck.
The work continues at the derailment site near 93rd Avenue and 175th Street, where the 8 cars went off the tracks yesterday. And as hard as they're working, it seems they're doing the same here at Jamaica Station in terms of trying to get these messages up. Just saw another one about another train from Huntington due Grand Central. They've now decided to cancel that, so prepare accordingly. Dennis is taking advantage of one of the free shuttle buses that have been provided.
They're doing the best they can. I think the MTA and I think the Long Island Railroad, I think everybody's trying to put it together the best they can. If they get the buses down, here in time to get people to work, there's nothing wrong with that. They're doing a good job. You know, I can't argue with it. You know, as long as I got a way to get to work, whether it's bus, train, plane, whatever. Right. As long as I get to work.
Now, again, initial word was that this all would get wrapped up by the middle of the day to try to resume normal service, but we'll see if that happens. Glenn Schuck, 1010 Wins, 92.3 FM at Jamaica Station.
Of course, the best way to find out what's happening is the Train Time app and MTA.info. And of course, right here, 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM with traffic and transit every 10 minutes on the ones. Nurses at a hospital in New Brunswick are on strike.
Staffing levels and rising healthcare premiums, the two main gripes for 1,650 nurses here at Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital. They're on the picket line. Union President Judy Danella.
Some people might say, if you have the commitment, why are you on strike? It's pretty much for the future of nurses, and so that young nurses coming into the profession know that Their staffing will be good. Their staffing will be safe. A lot of the younger nurses are leaving the profession very quickly.
She says many nurses left during the pandemic. There's a national shortage. The hospital says it will continue to negotiate. These nurses are the highest paid in New Jersey. Robert Wood Johnson is willing to go to arbitration. Replacement nurses will make the rounds along with medical students. Sean Adams, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM in New Brunswick.
It's 8:05. New Jersey Lieutenant Governor Sheila Oliver, who died Tuesday at the age of 71, will lie in state in Trenton next Thursday at the State House. The day after that at the Essex County Historic Courthouse in Newark. The funeral will happen Saturday, August 12th at the Cathedral Basilica of the Sacred Heart. Services will be open to the public, except for her burial, which will be private. Governor Murphy left his family vacation early, returning to Jersey from Italy yesterday. He ordered flags flown at half staff and called Oliver a change maker and trailblazer, saying in a statement that we will remember the legacy she leaves behind. Oliver spent 16 years in the state assembly, 4 of those years as speaker. She was the first black woman to hold that post, the lieutenant governor position in 2017 as Murphy's running mate. This morning, Governor Murphy will join a prayer call with clergy, and he'll hold a press conference in the afternoon to reflect on her life. AccuWeather says warmer this morning, more sticky as the day continues. Clouds, a few breaks of sun, high 79. There'll be a couple heavy thunderstorms later this afternoon into tonight before skies clear up, and the low 68. Lower humidity, the magic words for tomorrow. Sun and some clouds, high 84. Sunday, partly sunny and warm, high 85. Winds News Time 8:06. Former President Trump is back at his Jersey Golf Club after his federal arraignment yesterday in Washington. He faces 4 counts related to efforts to overturn the 2020 election, including conspiracy to defraud the U.S. Trump says he's being persecuted politically.
In many ways, what unfolded here at U.S. District Court in Washington, D.C. was just like any other arraignment of a criminal defendant. Those happen here every single day, as they do in courthouses around the country. But former President Trump is unlike any other criminal defendant, and the case in which he's charged is unlike any other in American jurisprudence, one that asks whether a sitting president can spread lies aiming to overturn the will of the people and cling to power. The former president sat in court for about 20 minutes waiting for the federal magistrate to take the bench, and when she did, he pleaded not guilty. Aaron Katersky, ABC News at Federal Court in Washington.
And he took a moment with reporters before getting on his private plane.
Very sad day for America, and it was also very sad driving through Washington, D.C. and seeing the filth and the decay and all of the broken buildings and walls and the graffiti. This is not the place that I left.
Winds News Time 8:07. House Republicans released a transcript of their interview with Hunter Biden's former business associate, detailing overseas financial dealings by the president's son. It was an over 5-hour closed-door interview with Devin Archer by the House Oversight Committee. It gives new insight into how President Biden's youngest son used his relationship with his father, who was then vice president, to court foreign investors. Republicans on the panel would like to impeach, but Archer said he's not aware of any wrongdoing by President Biden. Winds News Time 8:08.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this quick snippet of the news for August 4th, 2023, and we'll see you on the next video.